Welcome, jewels of inestimable value. True love doesn't shout from the rooftops, it whispers in the smallest of gestures. When a Sigma female falls in love, it's not the kind of romance you see in movies. There are no grand confessions or public displays of affection, no sweeping you off your feet. Instead, it's like cracking open a safe, where every clue and every sign is hidden beneath layers of self-control and mystery. Did you know that over 60% of people believe that the quietest ones often feel the deepest? Yet figuring out what's going on in the heart of a Sigma female is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in the dark. Good luck with that. She may not declare her love with sappy words or dramatic gestures, but her subtle actions speak volumes. If you find yourself constantly wondering whether she's into you or just being her enigmatic self, you're not alone. Understanding a Sigma female's love language is like decoding a secret message, but once you crack the code, you realize that every subtle sign was far more powerful than any loud declaration could ever be. Get ready, because what follows are not your typical run-of-the-mill clues, but the real, raw, and quietly passionate signs that a Sigma female has fallen for you. And trust me, if you blink, you might miss them. Miladies, are you ready? Let's discuss, shall we? Number 1. She lets down her guard, but only for you. When a Sigma female falls for someone, it's like watching a fortress slowly lower its drawbridge, but only for that one special person. She doesn't wear her emotions on her sleeve. In fact, she spent a good part of her life perfecting the art of keeping those feelings tightly under wraps. But love has a way of nudging her to loosen her grip just a little. When she truly cares about someone, she'll start letting them see sides of her that no one else ever sees. It's not about letting her guard down all at once. It's a gradual process, like peeling back the layers of an onion, but without the tears. Well, mostly. She'll allow herself to be vulnerable in tiny, almost imperceptible ways, sharing a story from her past she never talks about, letting out a laugh that's a little louder than her usual cool demeanor allows, or letting her face soften when you're around. These aren't grand gestures, but they're far more telling. It's her way of saying, "Hey, you matter to me," without actually saying it. Because let's be honest, saying those words out loud might just make her break into a nervous sweat. She doesn't want to be seen as too eager or easy to figure out, but if you pay attention, you'll catch these rare glimpses of her softer side. It's like finding a rare gem that's been buried deep, beautiful, precious, but still shrouded in mystery. And that's the thing about a Sigma female. When she lets you in, even just a little, you know she's serious. It's her way of letting you know that you're not just another face in the crowd. You're someone she's willing to open her tightly guarded world to, even if it makes her feel a bit exposed. Number 2. She prioritizes you without saying a word. When a Sigma female is in love, she doesn't make grand declarations or write poetry about her feelings. Instead, she shows her love by making you a priority in her life, often without ever needing to say it out loud. You'll notice it in the way she adjusts her schedule, no matter how busy she is, to carve out time for you. It might be as subtle as squeezing in a late-night chat after a long day, or making sure she's there when you need her, even when she'd typically prefer her solitude. Sigma females are masters at managing their time, and for someone who values their independence so fiercely, giving up that time isn't a small gesture. She's choosing to share her most precious resource with you, her time and energy. And she does this without making a big show about it. She's not the type to say, "I skipped my plans for you." Instead, she'll just be there, subtly shifting her routine to make space for you. You might not realize it at first, but the things she gives up or rearranges are her way of saying, "You're worth it." She doesn't have a habit of bending her schedule for just anyone. So if you find yourself becoming a constant in her life, whether it's regular meetups, late-night calls, or random check-ins, know that she's making a conscious choice to include you. With her, it's always in the little things. Maybe she shares a part of her day that she normally keeps to herself, or she invites you into plans she wouldn't ordinarily include others in. It's her way of letting you know you're not just someone she's fitting into her life. You're someone she's willing to make room for. And with a Sigma female, That kind of quiet prioritization speaks louder than any words ever could. Number 3. Her eyes say what her words won't. When a Sigma female falls in love, she doesn't necessarily use words to express it. Her feelings are more likely to be found in the way she looks at you. Sigma females are experts at keeping their emotions under control. But when she's truly into someone, she can't hide everything, especially not in her eyes. There's a warmth there, a softness that shows up when she's with you, even if she doesn't realize it herself. It's not about staring into your soul or giving you starry-eyed gazes. It's in those fleeting moments when her usual guarded expression fades, and you catch a glimpse of something more genuine, more real. Her eyes tell a story even when her mouth stays shut. She might listen to you with an intensity that makes you feel like you're the only person in the room, even when she's surrounded by distractions. There's a difference in how she looks at you when you're sharing something important. Like she's not just hearing you, but truly seeing you. It's a rare thing for her to focus her attention so completely on another person. And when she does, it's a sign that you matter more than you know. She's not one to gush over you openly, but in those unguarded moments when she thinks you're not looking, there's a softness in her gaze that tells you everything she doesn't say. It's a mix of curiosity, admiration, and a hint of vulnerability, something she'd never show to just anyone. It's in the way her eyes linger on you a second longer, or how they light up at something you say. For her, love is in these unspoken exchanges, where words would only complicate things. She lets her feelings slip through those subtle glances, and if you're paying attention, you'll see the truth written there, clearer than any confession could ever be. Number 4. She challenges you like no one else. When a Sigma female falls in love, she won't just be your cheerleader. She'll be your toughest critic, the kind that makes you better. She believes that love isn't about resting on your laurels. It's about pushing each other to be the best version of yourselves. If she's in love with you, she won't hesitate to challenge you in ways no one else dares. She'll call you out when you're making excuses, ask the hard questions, and push you to break through your own limitations. It's not about being harsh. It's about believing that you're capable of more than you might think. Her love is different because it's never satisfied with mediocrity. She won't sugarcoat things just to make you feel better. If she sees you slacking, she'll point it out, directly and sometimes bluntly. She's not interested in playing games or coddling you. Her approach can be tough, but it comes from a place of deep respect for your potential. She doesn't want to change you. She wants you to see what she already sees in you, someone who's capable of more, who can reach new heights. She's the type to push you to go after that promotion, to make you question why you're settling for anything less than what you truly want, or to encourage you to take risks you've been avoiding. And she does this not to criticize, but because she genuinely wants to see you succeed, whether or not she's a part of that success. Her love is a balance of support and challenge. She's right there with you, but she's also the voice that says you can do better, even when it's tough to hear. It might feel like she's being hard on you, but the truth is she wants to be with someone who thrives under pressure just like she does, and when she pushes you, it's a clear sign that she believes in you, and that her feelings for you run deep enough to want to see you become the best version of yourself, with or without her by your side. Number 5. She exposes her fears just a little. When a Sigma female falls in love, it's like catching a rare glimpse of something she's spent her whole life protecting, her fears. Usually she's the one with the unwavering poker face, the calm demeanor that never cracks no matter what life throws at her. But when she truly cares about someone, she'll start letting that mask slip, just a little. It's not that she suddenly becomes an open book with her worries. She still keeps most of them under lock and key. Yet, she'll start to trust you with glimpses of the things that make her vulnerable. She won't offload all her anxieties or make you responsible for her feelings. She's far too self-reliant for that. But she'll open up about the things she's unsure about, the challenges that keep her up at night, or the doubts she has about herself that she'd never share with anyone else. For her, admitting that she's afraid of something or uncertain about a part of her life is like handing over a piece of her armor. It's her way of saying, I trust you enough to see the parts of me that I usually keep hidden. She might share a story about a failure that's haunted her, or confide in you about the pressure she feels to keep everything together. It could be a quiet admission about her fear of not measuring up, or a rare moment where she shows you that beneath her confidence, there's a side that worries too. This is not about seeking pity or reassurance. It's about letting you see the more human, imperfect side of her that she's learned to hide so well. These moments are rare, but they're powerful. When she exposes her fears to you, she's letting you into a place that few have ever seen. It's a sign that she's comfortable enough to be vulnerable around you, a trust that's almost sacred in her world. For a Sigma female, revealing her fears is as close as it gets to baring her soul, and it means that you've become someone she truly values. Number 6, she makes you part of her secret plans. When a Sigma female falls in love, she doesn't just include you in her present, she lets you peek into her future. For someone who guards her plans and ambitions so carefully, sharing these dreams with you is a sign that she sees you as more than just a passing presence in her life. A Sigma female always has a plan, a roadmap of where she wants to go and what she's striving to achieve. It's her way of maintaining control and ensuring that her life stays true to her vision. If she's bringing you into those plans, it means she's made a space for you in her carefully constructed blueprint. She won't be dropping hints about a white picket fence or future family dinners. But she'll start to mention the projects she's working on, the goals she's setting, and the dreams she's quietly chasing. She might tell you about her ambitions to switch careers, start a new venture, or even move to a different place, all with an implicit understanding that she's considering how you might fit into those plans. It's not about being clingy or assuming you'll follow her every step. It's about letting you know that she's thinking long-term and sees you as someone who could walk that path with her. For a Sigma female, letting you into her future goals is a serious move. She's not the type to spill these thoughts to just anyone. Her vision is usually too personal, too important to share with those who won't be around for the long haul. When she does let you in, it's her way of saying she values your presence and believes you might just be the kind of person she could build something meaningful with. It's an invitation into her world, a chance to see the parts of her life that she's shaping with intention and purpose. It's not just about what she's aiming for. It's about letting you know she's thinking about a future that maybe, just maybe, includes you. Number 7. She listens to the silences between your words. When a Sigma female is in love, her listening skills go beyond what's spoken. She's tuned into the silences, the subtle shifts in tone, and those moments where words trail off. She's not looking for hidden meanings like a detective trying to crack a case. She's genuinely invested in understanding what's beneath the surface. To her, what you leave unsaid is just as telling as what you express. She picks up on the pauses when you're struggling to find the right words, the hesitation that lingers when something is on your mind, and the weight of emotions you might be holding back. She knows that sometimes your silence speaks volumes. It might be a rough day that you don't have the energy to put into words, or a frustration you'd rather not voice. Instead of pressing you for an explanation, she gives you the space to be yourself, knowing that the truth often lies in those unspoken moments. But she's also there, quietly offering a presence that says she's ready to listen when you are. It's a form of attentiveness that most people overlook, but for her, it's a natural part of caring deeply about someone. This isn't about reading minds or expecting you to open up when you're not ready. It's about showing that she cares enough to notice when something's off and offering support in her own understated way. When a Sigma female loves you, she pays attention to those nuances because she wants to understand you fully. Not just the easy parts, but the complicated, messy emotions you might hide from the rest of the world. It's her way of saying that she's truly invested in you, not just in the person you present on the surface, but in the unfiltered, genuine version of you that exists in those quiet moments. And that kind of understanding is a rare. Number 8. She becomes territorial, subtly. When a Sigma female falls in love, Her protective instincts can emerge in the most subtle yet unmistakable ways. She's not one to throw tantrums or demand your attention like a jealous partner. Instead, her territorial nature manifests quietly, like a gentle shadow hovering nearby. You might notice it in the way she reacts when others get a bit too close for comfort. It's not about outright jealousy. It's more like a heightened awareness of her space and the people who occupy it. For example, if you're in a group and someone engages with you a little too eagerly, her demeanor might shift ever so slightly. You'll sense a change in her tone, a possessive edge that laces her words, letting everyone know she's listening and she's aware. She won't interrupt or make a scene, but her body language will communicate her feelings loud and clear. She might stand a bit closer to you, her presence solidifying the invisible boundary that defines your connection. It's as if she's saying, "I care about this person, and I'm here." This subtle protectiveness isn't about ownership, it's a reflection of her deep emotional investment. When she's truly in love, she feels an innate desire to safeguard what she values. This can extend beyond just her interactions with you. It can manifest in how she talks about you to others or defends your choices when they come under scrutiny. You might find her advocating for your ideas or stepping in to support you when she senses you're being challenged. Her territorial nature is a sign that she sees you as someone worth protecting, someone she wants to keep close. It's an unspoken promise that she'll stand by you, no matter the circumstances, without ever needing to broadcast it. When a Sigma female shows these nuances of protectiveness, it's a testament to her feelings. It's her unique way of saying, "I'm with you and I've got your back." And that kind of silent support can be incredibly powerful, making you feel seen, valued, and truly understood. Number 9. She allows herself to knee soft with you. When a Sigma female allows herself to be soft with you, it's a breathtaking shift from her typical demeanor. Known for her cool, collected exterior, she often approaches life with a level of detachment that protects her from the chaos of emotions. But in the presence of someone she genuinely loves, that hard shell begins to crack, revealing a vulnerability that is both surprising and beautiful. It's not something she does lightly. For her, showing softness is a significant act of trust, a way of saying that she feels safe enough to let her guard down. You'll notice this transformation in the gentler ways she interacts with you. Perhaps she'll reach out for a fleeting touch, brushing her fingers against your arm in a moment that seems small but holds a universe of meaning. Or maybe she'll give you a lingering hug that feels more like a cocoon than a casual embrace, wrapping you in warmth and affection that she rarely shares with others. It's these subtle gestures that speak volumes about her feelings, showing that she's willing to step away from her usual self-imposed distance. Her softness can also manifest in the way she speaks to you. Words become more tender, infused with care and consideration, as if she's crafting a secret language just for the two of you. A gentle tease, a sincere compliment, or an encouraging whisper when you're feeling down. These are her ways of letting you know that you're cherished and understood. For a Sigma female, softness isn't a weakness. It's a rare and precious gift she reserves for those she truly loves. This newfound vulnerability brings an intimacy that deepens your connection. It's like being invited into a hidden world where she feels comfortable enough to express her true self. You realize that behind the facade of strength lies a heart that yearns for connection, just like anyone else. When she allows herself to be soft with you, it's not just a moment of tenderness, it's a powerful affirmation of her feelings, a promise that you matter deeply to her in a way that few others ever will. Number 10. She lets you see her imperfections. When a Sigma female lets you see her imperfections, it's like being granted access to a private exhibition of her true self. The outside world often views her as a paragon of strength and composure, a woman who navigates life with an air of confidence that seems unshakable. But when she falls in love, a fascinating transformation occurs. She starts to peel back the layers, revealing the messier, more complicated aspects of who she is, her flaws, mistakes, and those nagging moments of self-doubt that she usually keeps hidden. This isn't an invitation to judge or criticize. Instead, it's a profound expression of trust. By showing you her imperfections, she's saying, I trust you enough to be real with you. It's an intimate gesture that speaks to the depth of her feelings. She's willing to abandon the facade of perfection, allowing you to witness her struggle with insecurities and imperfections that most people never get to see. It's a reminder that, like everyone else, she is a work in progress, a complex tapestry woven with both strength and vulnerability. You might find her sharing stories of past mistakes, or admitting to feelings of inadequacy that she rarely expresses aloud. In these moments, she's not seeking sympathy. She's inviting you into her world, letting you understand the full scope of her experiences. This willingness to show her flaws creates a deeper emotional connection between you. It allows you to see her as a whole person, rather than an idealized version of herself that she often presents to the world. For a Sigma female, this act of revealing her imperfections is a powerful statement. It's her way of showing that love doesn't require perfection. It thrives in authenticity. When she lets you in on her inner struggles, it's a testament to her affection and the safe space she feels with you. You become a witness to her journey, embracing not just her strengths, but also the aspects that make her beautifully human. In doing so, she empowers both herself and you to navigate the complexities of love together, reminding you that true intimacy lies in accepting each other as flawed, imperfect beings on a shared path of growth and discovery. If you enjoyed diving into the fascinating world of Sigma females and want to uncover more intriguing insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community for fun discussions, eye-opening content, and a few laughs along the way. Let's explore love, life, and everything in between together, because who wouldn't want to be in the loop on the secrets of strong, captivating women? Subscribe now and be part of the adventure. Thanks for watching, Jules. See you in the next video. Bye for now and stay blessed.